Welcome back to the Jarrett Bay Insider. We are at the christening of Rebelette, Jarrett Bay Hull 65. We're going to do a full walkthrough on this boat, but not today. We have something else for you this episode. We're in the engine room of Hull 64, and we're getting ready to set the engines today. We've talked about what it takes to set the engines. We've talked about what it takes to align the engines. We haven't talked much about the details in between, and a lot happens in that time. Let's take a little closer look at that right now. Recapping some of the things we've talked about before and we've showed in construction is there is a 1-inch thick aluminum plate bedded in this stringer. That gets drilled and tapped to put the engine mounts to secure the engines. Obviously they're giant, they have a lot of weight, they have a lot of horsepower, they have a lot of torque. They have to stay put. What we haven't talked about is how we maintain that alignment integrity to the point where we're ready to set the engines in. Drilling holes accurately through any of this kind of stuff is very difficult, and you see this guy right here, this is called a mag drill. It's very heavy. This is a clamp plate, one of our own inventions. It's made out of steel, it's very heavy duty. It clamps to the stringer, as the name infers, and then the mag drill is aligned over the mark. The switch is flipped, and that thing magnets itself down to that plate, and it will not move. Nothing will move it except turning that off, hence the term mag drill. Then the mechanic can run that thing down, drill an accurate hole, and he can go through that process step by step and get all of these holes, there are 32 of them, drilled perfectly true to the surface. Then they come back and they can hand tap and make that all work out. The trick on all of that, though, is getting that mag drill in the exact right place. The engine mounts themselves are very substantial, and you can see it is a built-in unit with its own vibration dampening system. It's a fantastic piece of science right there, just in its own. So that is the pre-process for setting the engines. This boat is getting 3 gyros and 2 generators. Come take a look. But that exact same process is repeated many times over for the gyros. You can see where those are taped off to keep them clean, and the generators. But there's a lot of bolts, a lot of drilling, a lot of tapping that has to be done with a great deal of precision. Now let's get this boat outdoors and get those big, beautiful engines in here. We're at the bow of Hull 68, which is our new 90-footer. The last time we saw this boat, we were looking at frames and a skeletal structure, and now as you can see, the side planking is completed. Our side planking is 3 laminations of 1/4-inch Akume plywood. It's cut in narrow strips and put in successively opposing angles so that we have an interlocking matrix that makes for an incredibly tough, but also a very fair structure. So you can see our 3/4 of an inch of planking also has another 3/4 of an inch of shelf ledger there. So I get a lot of questions about that. But the reason is the bottom planking is 3 layers of 1/2-inch fir plywood, and that will be a total of 1.5 inches thickness, hence the 3/4 plus 3/4. Another frequent question is, why do we use 2 different kinds of plywood for bottoms and sides? The side is so we have a nice clean finish with a very polite working wood. The bottom, we use fir plywood because it's brutally tough. Bottom line. All of those plywoods have been laminated together, and that has taken a lot of epoxy. At this point, we probably have over 100 gallons just in the laminating of the skins so far. So as we glue down layer 1, all of the glue joint is on the stringers. You can see all these screws. We use those like clamps. Those will all come back out. The next layer will go on and it will get 100% glue coverage, and it'll look like a kind of a steampunk thing with screws all over it. All of those will also come out. The screws go away, the glue remains. The glue is stronger than the screws by a significant margin. One of the real fun parts about building a very large boat is the possibilities are almost endless. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming, some of which hasn't even been decided yet, but I know it's in the works. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this.
I christened thee the Rebelette.
Thanks for watching. The Rebelette's coming into the dock right now. Next episode, we're going to be doing a full walkthrough to show you everything. Be sure to stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.